Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Jones, and I was the lead superintendent during the construction of this building. Although I was the face probably seen around here the most, I am only one member of a multifaceted team that included my project manager, Jeremy Thompson, our project engineer, Nick Chase, co-superintendent, Edward Thomas, our office staff support team, and our executive team, led by our company president, John Gore, and my immediate vice president, Randy Grubb. And I thank them all for the roles that they fulfilled and the support they gave to me. The construction of buildings dates back several thousands of years. The first structures, of course, were built primarily by occupants of those structures, utilizing primitive tools of bone and stone to fashion materials such as animal hides, stones, tree bark, and other earth elements into shelters that would shield them from the elements of nature. Although the art form of architecture was not yet developed, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that prehistoric wives, similar to those of today, had their own honey-do list, and that these lists were the precursor of the modern-day master format that we use today. When we as construction professionals set out to construct a building, we are taking the vision and design of an architect from the drawing board to the world of reality. This isn't always an easy task. Not that architects are necessarily hard to deal with. I'm just stating that architects and constructors sometimes speak different dialects of the same language. Both are essential elements of the building process, and their successes depend upon each other. While Dina and I have sometimes spoken those different dialects while discussing particular aspects of the project and her passion, she has always had a kind word to say to me, and that is refreshing in the sometimes harsh world of construction. But thank you, Dina. During the course of construction, the Brawley team worked closely with the entire construction team, including Roscoe Russell and Chris Whitley of Cummings Corp., the owner's representatives. Their insight and guidance is greatly appreciated as well. Over the last few weeks, as they began to move into and occupy this building, I have also developed a closer working relationship with various officials and representatives of the town of Wendell. This will continue for a few weeks more as we iron out some unfinished details. I appreciate the support and warm welcome that I have received from all of you. Thank you, Mark and Stephanie and Greg, Megan, Dakota, Brian, and so many others. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Mayor Greg. I enjoyed meeting you and our couple of impromptu conversations. It was a privilege and honor, and thank you. In closing, I would like to thank the construction personnel who actually built this building. I, as the superintendent, am just a conductor of sorts. I take the different elements of the process, whether that be materials, equipment, construction, and inspection personnel, and I try to mold them into the individual pieces into a logical and cohesive team of productive professionals. There's always some degree of difficulty in doing this, which has only worsened since the onset of the COVID pandemic. But the satisfaction of walking up to my building, unlocking the door, and turning on that first switch in the early morning hours before anyone else arrives, a great sense of pride that in itself is a great reward. The first century Roman architect, hopefully I say his name correctly, Vitruvius, wrote that every building should embody three key elements: durability, utility, and beauty. I believe that with this building, Wendell New Town Hall, we have achieved all three.